Hi everyone. So welcome back. I am gonna do another card pull today. I think the reason why spirits have me go back and do this is, to learn a little something, to get a little more clarification, to get validation, and see if the cards match my readings. And because it's Mercury retrograde, so that is visiting old things. So for some reason, I feel the need, and I'm going by the cases that they're having me do in a row, like the ones that come to my mind. Um, so keep your eye on back here. I do have the ball up. Hopefully you'll be able to see it better today. Um, so keep in mind again, I may perceive the cards wrong. I may perceive them right. I'm not perfect. I'm going to perceive them the way that intuitively I feel that they are perceived. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I am going to do it the way that I feel. That I feel is the way that I want to do it. As I say, tools are an extension of us. So there's really no right or wrong way to do things. I'm not really going to show the cards today just because there's really no point. You guys have seen how I do them now. But pretty soon, hopefully, I'll have a camera to where I can actually show the cards as I do them. Hopefully, if everything goes the way I want it to. But as of now, I'm just going to go over the cards that I got. I'm feeling a little tired today, and actually pulling these cards does drain me for some odd reason, and I did get a headache during this. So spirit does come in while I'm doing this. And this does actually match the reading. I'm not surprised. I did this reading not that long ago, but it actually matches the reading and some things that I've gotten for quite a while. Every time someone would mention her, it's something that I would see. So first we're going to go into again, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is for entertainment purposes only. And again, this is not something I have to do. This is just something that I want to do, something extra for cases, something that I'm learning with. And you guys are here learning it with me, and we're seeing just how it goes and how it flows. All right. So it's just extra content. Anyways, so we have the trapped card because I feel like Crystal was very much trapped in the situation where she was at. We have the arson card, which every time that somebody asked me about her, I would see fire. So also in the reading, if I remember right, I think she's put in a hole and then lit on fire. Sorry. We have the missing card because she is missing, and the homicide card next to the missing card. Now, and interestingly enough, those two cards fell out of the deck as soon as I picked up the cards before I shuffled. So I said I'm gonna keep them because just those two cards fell out and they made sense. Kidnapped because again, I feel like she was kind of trapped there against her will. And I got strangled, which matches the reading. I feel like there's a few things done, but strangled was one of them. Escaped because I did see her run at some point, so I do feel like she escaped for a certain amount of time, but they caught up with her, deceased and burned. So interesting, the arson card and the burn card both came in, and that was something that came in the reading. So I found that kind of interesting. On to the people involved. So we have family dynasty, caregiver. So I take the caregiver card sometimes as like a parent card. So that would be like one of the caregivers of her son, or a boyfriend, or a parent. That's sometimes how I take the caregiver. I don't always take it as the medical type field. Depends on the situation. Remember, and it's all in how we perceive the cards, all in how we perceive it as it can make sense for the case we're currently working on. So I take the caregiver card in this instance as a parental figure. We also have the friend card. We also have the family card. We also have the conman card, which I feel he definitely is a conman. Oh, nobody. My cats are like, "Ooh, let me jump up here." No, 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 dude. Just hold on, okay? Don't jump up here. So then we have the conman card and we have the giant card. So that could be anyway, like if a guy's bigger, stockier, you can take that as giant. You can also take it as, he's a giant con man. Because the con man card's right before it. Then we have the devil. Obviously, these people are the devil. or he was the devil, because then the reptilian card is next to the devil card. So whenever I get those cards, I usually get those cards every time that there is somebody bad involved. Reptilian I always take again as a snake in the grass, and the devil card is someone that's evil. Then we have the couple card. So we could take that as the parents, we could take that as, they were a couple. And then we have child, family member, and multiple people. So the family member to the child, and even in-laws count as family members, and multiple people, because there are at least 3 people involved, but probably more know about it. According to the reading that I did, I think like mom allegedly knows more than she lets on. Again, this is all alleged entertainment purposes only, but I take this as a family member connected to the child and multiple people. So that's the way that I take that. So, it's pointing towards, in my opinion, the people that they have. Because we have family dynasty. Then we have, again, the caregiver, which I take as a parent card, or the caregiver to their kid. Then we have friend. I don't know if there's a friend involved. You could also take the child to family member. You could take like their child, so her boyfriend. Um, it's all on how we perceive it. But I do feel that the boyfriend is allegedly a huge con man. I think they all are. They are snake in the grass and devil. Okay. So what we have for an area is kind of interesting. So we have it does sort of match my reading. So we have frozen, and depending on, what time of the year, that can be, it's icy wherever they're at, wherever she's at. Wooded area, which I kept getting the woods in the reading. Mountains, I kept going up like a mountainous type area. It felt like it was more in the mountains. It didn't feel really flat. It felt like you kind of go up a road kind of uphill. It could also be mountains around it. School came in this twice again. So, unless I'm misunderstanding another reason for school, there could be a school by there, because we also have home, and I know that a lot of that home property was checked out, but I guess that they have a huge property, and they have probably, I think, more than one, but I feel like it also happened at that home. So that could be another reason. Then we have burial, and we have private property. So one of his properties, or connected to one of his properties, in my opinion, location, there's water nearby, which I kept getting a creek in the reading. City, like I feel like it's outside the city. So city, town, I mean, you could take that either way. So we have school again. So school came in twice. We have basement. Vehicle, we know there's a vehicle involved. I feel like her body was taken by a vehicle, but also her vehicle was left somewhere. A location underground, outside, mountains, and random area. So mountains came in twice. It puts her outside. I'm not really sure the basement card, unless something happened in a basement, something was put in a basement, or it's because it's underground. I notice sometimes those cards will come up if it's like more like an underground type area, because there's another underground card and a burial card. So basically saying she's buried, which would match the readings. And then we get random area. Oh, my head hurts. I'm waiting for her to touch that like Dylan did. I don't know if that'll ever happen again. But yeah, so we have underground, outside, mountains, and random area. So in my opinion, it feels like she's got to be close to a private property that they're connected to, in the woods. And I get like there's got to be water nearby, because I've gotten a creek before. The school card again came in twice, and this is more like mountainous areas, so either around the mountains, but I always felt like I was kind of going uphill. So I would check all the ones that he's connected to. And it could even be because their home card is there. So it's in some way connected also to their home. I know they got lots and lots of acres. Depending on if they did put a hole and then burn or bury her, it might be harder for dogs to find her. Because according to this, I mean, I think they took maybe another road to get to a different part of the property. If we go back to that reading, there's some things that kept coming in that kind of seemed like it was a place that they knew they hung out at. So, that's where I feel that is. Sorry, I feel like really tired all of a sudden. I'm telling you, like, I channel and stuff when I do this. I'm not just pulling cards. There's more to it than what we think, than what I even think. Then we have debt, because I do feel like there's some kind of money involved somewhere. Demonic possession. Cover up. They did cover it up. Top secret. There's lots of secrets surrounding this case. You have a distraction. I feel like they tried to make a lot of different distractions in this, but we have explosives. So there was an explosive something that happened, an argument, explosion. Okay, darn cat. All right, so there was an explosive something that happened, in my opinion, according to the reading. There was an explosive thing, and I noticed I get that like whenever there's like an argument or something that major happens that cause everything to get out of control. Manipulation, I feel like she was very much manipulated a lot of the relationship and probably even manipulated into going there. We have legal proceedings is going to go to court. Um Loyal, happy. I feel like she was happy being like a loyal person. Uh, If I could, I don't know if I want to take it that way. That's the only way I kind of can take it. There's treason involved, so there's lies going on. There's a warrant. There was a warning of some sort. I feel like there's a staged card, so it's staged in some sort of way. Oh, it was staged because she just reminded me the car was put somewhere, so that's considered a stage. Jealousy, there's some jealousy going on. There was a message about something. Yeah, the incoming message. We have abuse, neglect. So she was abused, even if it's mentally, physically, whatever, abused, but there's a struggle going on. I feel like she actually struggled with the attackers, but I also feel like there's an internal struggle. The party card is there, and it's interesting because the abuse, neglect, the struggle, and the party card are all together. This was like a family party where this happened, so that makes sense as far as there's a struggle at the party. Then we have DNA, so there is DNA if they were to ever find her. Or there might be DNA in some regards. Then we have sex, and then we have white collar crime, which I again feel like him and his family are very much into like white collar crime and other crimes in the neighborhood or other crimes in the area or other crimes in their life, allegedly. Then we have government card investigation. So I feel like also not just the police are investigating, but possibly the government, maybe taxes or something like that. Then we have phone blackmail. So someone is being blackmailed. If there's more than one person involved, I could totally see why their blackmail card would come up too. Maybe someone's being blackmailed about what they know. Then we have the camera card. We have an affair card. Someone was having an affair and spy. So someone was being spied on. Um, and it's next to the affair card. So it's possible someone's having an affair and they were being spied on because of it. Now, this one you're not supposed to pull 3 cards, but I wanted to pull an extra one. So we have killer has a history of committing crimes. So those are crimes, even if we don't know about them. Allegedly, I feel like there's more crimes, and there's more crimes connected to this case, so that makes sense. We have killer worked in the area. Yes, you necessarily did. Need to interview more suspects because it's interesting that the need to interview more suspects and the witnesses may fear coming forward with valuable information because there's probably witnesses out there that know more, or I feel like even somebody that they've arrested or they've spoken to that was there or something knows, but they're afraid to say anything. So that's the card reading on this. It basically validates everything. So darn it, our ball didn't go off today. She didn't pull a Dylan, but that's okay. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So, well, thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, being a part of this channel. I sincerely appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Hold on a second. I gotta put up